Welcome, my name's Kaz. You're here with me for my mind and body class today at Christchurch University, and we work alongside our parks and we give you 5 classes a week. So you just need a mat today. So obviously my class is about flexibility, posture and balance. And that's what we're going to work on today. And we're going to let our bodies get nice and warm at the start. So we're going to start with some mobility and some stretches. So we're going to stand hip width apart, because in any classes that we do, we should always remain in our neutral stance, just because that's going to help our posture from the very beginning. So find your neutral stance, come into your hip width, so put your feet together, take your toes out, take your heels out, and there you should find a nice feet under hip width apart. So I've done this before, I think, with some of you. If I haven't, we're doing it new today. So to find your neutral pose, you've got like 3. You've got A, C, and B is what we want to achieve. And the best way to find it is to put your 2 thumbs together and your 2 forefingers. Have your 2 thumbs just underneath your belly button and your 2 forefingers on top of your pubic bone, and then have a little look down, and they should be in line. So if all you can see is your 2 thumbs, as you can see, my butt's stuck out, so that's not a neutral pose. If all you can see is your 2 fingers at the bottom, as you can see, I'm a little bit tucked in. So we want to try and create that nice neutral pose, just so that our spine stays in a position that it knows it needs to stay in to keep mobile and keep the support in our bodies for here, there and after. Yes? Right. So we're going to start. We're going to look up and we're going to look down. We're probably going to get mobile with the top of our body. Look up and look it down. Any mobilization, we want to keep it moving all the time. We're going to take a look to the left and you're going to take a look to the right and keep that going. So there's lots and lots of old school myths about rolling your neck round. Ignore them, okay. If you've got stiff necks or sore necks, don't take it all the way around. Otherwise, with me, all the way around to the back and to the front, all the way around to the back and to the front. There's lots of like, oh, it puts pressure. We're not babies, we've got quite good stable necks because we've got to hold 11 pounds up off our shoulders. So I'm sure it's there. Right, we're going to roll our shoulders back. Roll our shoulders back. So with your shoulders, you've got sore shoulders this morning, and one way is a little bit more uncomfortable than the other. It's a ball and socket, it's a rotation, so that's all we want. So if one way is easier, stay there. Otherwise, both ways, forwards and backwards. As I say, it's a ball and socket, so it's the rotation that we want. Keep it all the way forward. We're going to open our arms and make the rotations a bit bigger if we can. All the way forward and all the way back. Lovely. And then we're going to rotate our wrists at the same time. So as this is called a mind and body, you're getting a bit of coordination from that minding as well. I mix it up all the time, don't I? So rotate. Can you? It's like tap your belly and rub your head, whatever it is. Can't even do it myself. Right. Okay. So we're going to start warming up the legs. We're mobile up here. Little rotation maybe. We're mobile. Right. Come into a nice wide stance. This is where we're going to get warm. And if you don't like squats and you don't like lunges, keep them nice and shallow. And I might give you an option if I see anyone struggle. Otherwise, nice wide stance. To find that nice wide stance, stick your hands out to the side. And if your feet are somewhere close to being underneath your wrists, that's quite a nice wide stance. So we're going to work on the calves, we're going to work on the squats, and we're going to work on the lunges. So you're going to come down to a squat, come down to a nice squat. So let's think about how we stand. So we haven't all just stood like this, have we? No, we've stood like this. Lovely. That's it. That's a nice wide squat. So for 10 times, for 10 rounds, we're going to lift our heels up. So you can have your hands on your hips, you can have your hands out for your balance. We are going to remain here for a little while. It's control, okay? You're going to breathe through and keep it nice and strong. So you're going to lift one heel up and then the other. That's one round. We're going to do it on the other side. 2 rounds. Lift it up, 3 rounds. Staying low, 4 rounds. 5 rounds, 6. So we're not moving up and down. 7, we're just lifting our heel up. 8, 9, one more for luck, 10. Then we're going to rotate to our left, and you're going to come down into a lunge position so that our knees almost touching the floor for 5 little pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to come back to your squat position. Ooh, stay low. Nothing's coming up. Stay low. 10 times. Heel up, heel up. This is working our calves. That's 1 round. Heel up, 2. Heel up, 3. Heel up, 4. 5. Heel, 6. Heel, 7. 8. 9. One more, 10. Rotate to the other side. Come down to that lunge. 5 little pulses. 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, we know what we're doing now. Shake your legs out. Shake your legs out. Woo! This is control. This is warm. We're going to do that 2 more times. Okay, so you're going to try and do it as slow as we've just done it. It's very, very tempting to get really, really fast, but it's control, it's centering. We want to make sure we're just lifting our heels up for that calf. So let's find it. Come down. Let's get ready. We know what we're doing. So a heel and a heel is 1. We're doing 10 of those. You can do them in your own time. Try to follow with me if you want to. So heel up is 1. Heel, 2, 3. Heel, 4. Heel, 5. Heel, 6. Heel, 7. Heel, 8. Heel, 9. One more. Heel. We rotate. Come into that lunge. 5 little pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back into those squats. We start straight away. Heel, 1. Heel, 2. You know it. You've got it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Rotate. Come down to that lunge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, woo, lovely. One more time. So these can be shallow, okay? Little shallow ones. Thumbs up if that's feeling nice and warm in the legs right now. Ooh, lovely. Right, we ready? Let's try and make these even deeper so that comes wider. These lunges, your pulses are literally bang, bang, bang. It's not a full lunge. It's as near as close to the floor as you can go, depending on how we feel this morning. So let's go wider and lower. We ready? 1, 2, 3. Get nice and low. This is a calf lift. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rotate. We're working on that balance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think my stance is a little bit too wide. Come in, ready? Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Woo! One more. 10. Oh, 5 little pulses here and we're done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you know what? People that say you run on a treadmill for 60 minutes will get you losing calories. This stuff is what really does it. So we're going to come down onto the floor, but we're going to do a nice forward fold to get there. So lift your arms up for an extended mountain. So start at the end of your mat or wherever you are. So you've got some space in front of you. Our extended mountain, we're in that neutral pose. Our arms are up, ears in between our biceps. Fabulous. Take your arms out to the side, wide, and fold. Tip from the hip. Nice fold here. So we can push our legs back. We want a little bit of a hamstring stretch. Fingertips on the floor. Maybe you want your hands back on the floor to test your flexibility today. Oh, lovely. Let the tension away from your shoulders and hang your head heavy. We're going to walk our feet, walk our hands forward. Walk our hands forward into a nice position that we can get into our downward facing dog. Push your butt back, hips high. So we're in our down dog now. Okay. Hips high, pushing that chest towards your thighs. This is going to work our balance. Our neutral pose, you're going to lift your right leg up in the air. Right leg up in the air. And you're going to bring it underneath. Knee under your chest, taking your whole weight forward so that your shoulders are now over your wrists. Take it back. So now your shoulders are nowhere near your wrists. You're in that down dog position, and we know that we're not level across them until we bring our bodies forward. Knee underneath your chest. Try not to bring it down to the floor. If you need to, I get it, do it. Do what you can do this morning for me. Push it away. And again, bring it underneath, nice and slow, shifting that whole weight forward so that we're in that nice plank position at the front. Push it back. This is control, this is balance. Bring it underneath. And sit back into your child's pose. Let's get a nice little stretch on those shoulders. Lovely. So maybe walk your hands a bit further forward to really stretch along the side. So if that one leg down dog is too much on shoulders, wrists, or I don't know what other things you might have that are a bit painful today, we can do it with one leg. We do it with one leg on our knees. That's your option. Otherwise, back with me in our down dog position. Let's go. Pushing that butt right back. You take your other leg up in the air, keeping that balance, keeping a nice, strong push through the palms of your hands. Bring your knee underneath your chest, shifting that weight completely forward so that our wrists are now underneath our shoulders. Take it back. Point your toes, make it look lovely and pretty. Bring it underneath. Hold it there for just a breath and take it back. Bring it back underneath. The control that we have in our core that we are using right now is amazing. One more. And sit back into your child's pose. We're going to do that again. We're going to do both sides constantly. We're going to do 8 on each side. So have that little recovery. Oh, stretch your shoulders and get ready. Remember your options. You can be on your knees to do this, but we want to work our core, and being in our down dog position is going to work that harder. So ready? 8 times on each side. You do it in your own time. I'm going to do it with you. Do it with me if you want to. Push back. Right leg up. Bring it underneath. 1. Push it away. 2. 3. Halfway on this side. 4. Push it away. 5. 6. 7. 8. Swap it over, push back, left leg up, underneath. Oh, this is getting on the shoulders now. 2, push it away, 3, halfway, 4, push it away, 5, bring it under, 6, 7, keep that control, 1 more, and sit back into your child's pose. Oh, lovely. Sit back into your child's pose. Oh, I hope we're all feeling that in our shoulders. It's looking lovely. Oh. Okay, we're going to do a little bit more shoulder stuff, a little bit more core stuff. So come onto your all fours. So this is our horse stance when we have our flat parallel to the ceiling, coming along, and someone could eat their lunch off your back. Keep it nice and straight. This is why sometimes it's a really good idea to have your camera on, just so you can check your form. So we're going to take our right leg back behind us. We're going to work the glutes a little bit more. Right leg back behind us, and left arm up in front. Left arm up in front. Keep a nice push through that ball of the hand at the front there that's holding you up, and bring it back. Keep that foundation leg nice and neutral rather than leaning to the side. It is easier said than done sometimes. Other side, lift it up. Try to keep a nice strong arm and strong leg forward that is up out off the floor and back. Other side. This is working our balance, keeping that neutral spine, that neutral pose. We have 2 sides of the body. Keep it up, swap it over to the other side. We're going to do 2 more, 1 on each side. Bring it up and back and up and back. Your option here is to carry on doing that, or if you want to take it another level with me, I'm going to show you. We're going to take our plank position, high plank position. We're just going to do the legs, okay? Because I don't want you falling flat on your face and I can't help you. Because I'm here and you're there. Take your leg up and hold. Down, other side. So that's your option. You can stay on your all fours, keep practicing your balance, or we come up to a plank and we work harder through the balance. So push through the balls of the palms of your hands, lifting that leg up slowly, keeping our butts down. Keep that butt down. So about 2 breaths we want, and we don't want hyperventilating breaths. We want nice slow breaths. And down. Nice. A couple on each side, a few more on each side. Let's really squeeze the glutes. Squeeze those bum cheeks like you need the toilet. It's the best way I can explain how to engage your glute muscles. And this is a glute exercise, yeah? We use our glutes, our bums, for walking, for seating, for loads of stuff. Yeah, it's not just to look pretty. Up. Keeping that bottom low. Couple more on each side. Low. One more time, wherever you are. Why not? And come back. Really stretch into that child's pose now. Walk your hands away and feel the tension come away from your shoulders. Oh, that's nice. Now we're going to lie on our back. Lovely. So come into your staff pose. Just going to set our neutral pose up in our staff pose or our dandasana. So we're going to sit on our bums, sit on the sit bones, on the skeleton, so you can feel it rather than the bum cheek leaning back. Have our hands either side of our bottom, our feet, our legs don't need to be together, our feet don't need to be together. In a staff pose, we do want to keep nice, in a really nice, strong position, but we don't want to force stuff, yeah? Don't force anything. So, sat nice in our staff pose. Just a couple of breaths here. Have your shoulders relaxed, eye gaze, chest forward, bringing our heart rate down, yeah? Although we weren't running around, jumping around, your heart rate becomes a lot when you do things like plank, because you do end up holding your breath and you're not even realizing it. So just bring your breath back down to a normal pattern. And lie back for me. Lie back into your corpse pose, your Shavasana. Just lie back. We haven't finished yet, don't worry. Not going anywhere yet. Pick your feet, your knees up, shall I say. Bring your knees up so that they're parallel to the ceiling, opposite to the ceiling. And they're just sort of hip width apart. You sort of can know, like I said, you can bring your feet together, take your toes out, take your heels out, and that's probably a really nice hip distance apart. And you're just going to drop them to the side. Take them to the side. This is our rotation. Yeah, we've done forward, we've done back, we've done side. This is our rotation. In that spine. So you've just dropped it from the side. Pick your head up and turn it to face the opposite way of your knees. And the reason why I say actually pick your head up rather than turn it is because we want a twist. Yeah, sometimes if you turn, it can be very uncomfortable if you haven't twisted it properly. So you pick it up and you turn. Have your head opposite your knees and just keep them there. Your option here is to take that big leg out on the top and stretch it out a bit further. Stretch it out a bit further. So it's out here. So we're holding it. You're going to make sure that your shoulders are planted into the floor. Okay, shoulders planted into the floor. Otherwise, we're not really getting a rotation. We're just leaning. And if taking that top leg out is uncomfortable, just keep it there. Bring it back to your center and take it to the other side. So we lift our head up, we take it to the other side. Take our knees, we drop them to the other side. We keep our shoulders on the floor. Our arms can be out to the side, but keep the shoulders on the floor. This is our rotation. This is having that control, keeping your shoulders on the floor. Your body is lots of different parts. Yeah, they don't move as one. Lots of different parts. Bring it back to your center. We're going to do some nice little stretches now. And they're going to be deceiving stretches because they're still going to actually be work. So take your leg down, both your legs back on the floor, and you're going to bring your right leg up in the air. Right leg up in the air. So what I want you to do is try to have your foot flexed if you can. So there's a constant engagement into the hamstring. So palm of the foot, flat of the foot is facing the ceiling. You're going to take your hands behind your thigh and we're going to come up into our fetal position. So you bring your head up. This is our crunch. We come in as close as we can. We bring that leg nice and straight. Try to bring that leg in as well. Yeah, if you've got tight calves, tight hamstrings, it's going to be a bit trickier, but you have got the strength to pull it in. Yeah, no one else is pushing it, it's you. So pull it in as much as you can and relax. You're going to do that on the other side. Lift it up. Hold behind the thigh, keeping that straight leg. So we've got our foot flexed to keep the hamstring engaged. Lift up, try to get your nose as close to your knee as you can, bringing that leg even further forward if you can. This is going to be different flexibilities in hips. And relax, grab the other one straight away up. And this time that leg that's come down doesn't touch the floor. You are going to alternate, hold, alternate and hold. But don't let that leg on the floor touch the floor. It's like a piece of paper could get underneath there. So this is our single leg stretch. This is our Pilates move. It's a constant hip flexor engager. Keep it nice and straight and switch. It's like a scissor, but it's a slower version. Try not to let that foot touch the floor and swap it over. And the other side.
And the other side. 2 more on each side. Bring it up. Okay, nice. Have your feet flat on the floor. We're going to do a little scoop action. I do love a little scoop action. So it's almost like a double leg stretch now, or a leg raise, whatever we want to call it, but it's a scoop as well. So we're going to pick our legs up into a tabletop position. So our knees, shins, sorry, they're opposite the ceiling. Yeah, that nice tabletop. We're going to scoop down without actually touching the floor. Scoop forward, take them long without touching the floor, and lift them up together and bend back to that tabletop. This is a scoop. You scoop, feet close to the floor. You stretch long, as close to the floor as you can without touching, and lift up. Oh, Kaz, I can't do this. Hurts my lower back. So what can we do? Options. You can take your hands underneath your bottom if you need to for a little bit of elevation. You can always grab a towel and put something just underneath your lower back. Gives you a little bit more elevation. If not, squeeze your abdominals in and exert when you do the actual move. Exhale, okay? It's not like a yogic breath. This is a Pilates breath. So as you breathe out, you engage your abdominals and you lift up and your back and you scoop. Nothing's touching the floor and you lift. Do 2 more for me. Come back to your tabletop. Scoop, long, and lift. Tabletop, 1 more time. Scoop, long, and lift. And bring it back. Legs out. Take your arms behind your head and imagine as if someone is pulling your hands and your feet in the opposite direction. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And then I want you to hug your knees in. From that back extension, which it is really, hug your knees in and rock your back into the floor. Let's ground it, let's counter it. Oh, that's nice. We're going to do one tiny little more pose to finish on a happy note, a happy baby. So you're going to take your right hand inside your right foot, your left hand inside your left foot. So it's in the insides of our feet that we hold and we push our knees into our armpits. And we have a little rock and we imagine we are that tiny little baby sucking its toes in a cot with no worries in the world whatsoever. No bills, no monies, no jobs, someone else looking after us. They are happy days, right? Marvelous. Okay, so swing up into our seated position. Into our seated position, we're going to finish on today. Just going to close our eyes, bring our breath back to normal. 60 seconds here might be the only 60 seconds of silence you get today. So hands on your thighs, palms up, palms down, nice neutral pose, not stiff, but not hunched over. Just close your eyes, 60 seconds here. I'm going to be quiet. Try to empty your mind for me, bring your natural breath back, and we'll be ready to finish the rest of the afternoon. Take one deep breath here. Let your belly hang over your trousers, open out your chest. Exhale, bring your arms up to the side with that inhale. Hands down to your center. Namaste. Don't forget our YouTube channel and all our other classes you can find here.
I'll see you next week.